Chocolate Crinkle cookies are one of my favorite Christmas treats. Today I'm sharing a healthier version of chocolate Crinkle cookies. No dairy milk, no eggs, no maida or refined white sugar. So let's get started with the recipe. Into my small chutney grinder, I'm adding in 1 cup of khandsari sugar. Khand or khandsari sugar is a traditional variety of unrefined sugar. Into this I'm adding in 3/4 tablespoon flax seeds and I'm grinding this to a fine powder. Add the ground ingredients into a bowl. Adding in 1/3 cup of wood pressed coconut oil. Wood pressed coconut oil has a very neutral flavor, hence it's ideal to use in baking. Add in 1 teaspoon vanilla extract and mix this roughly. Once roughly mixed, I'm adding in 2 tablespoons water and mix it again until it becomes smooth and creamy. Once it has been mixed thoroughly, you can see that it has come to a creamy consistency. To make vegan milk, I have already soaked 8 cashew nuts for about 10 minutes. Instead of cashew nuts, you can use overnight soaked badam. About 8 to 10 badam will be ideal. I'm adding the soaked cashew nuts into the same chutney grinder in which the khandsari sugar and flax seeds were ground. Add in 1/3 cup water and blend this well to make vegan cashew milk. Once blended, my homemade vegan cashew milk is ready. The kept aside batter has become slightly thick. I'll show you how thick it has come to. So this is because of the flaxseed which we added along with the sugar. You can see that the kept aside batter is now thick and creamy. Into this I'm adding in the homemade vegan cashew milk and I'm giving this all a good mix. In 1/2 cup raw cacao powder. If you don't have a raw cacao powder at hand, you can use ordinary cocoa powder instead. And mix this really well. I'm adding in 1 1/4 cups of kapli wheat flour. For those who don't know what kapli wheat is, kapli wheat, also known as emmer wheat, is an ancient variety of wheat grain which has a very weak gluten molecule. Hence it's easily digestible. I have already shared many videos using kapli wheat and also the health benefits of kapli wheat. Please do check it out. Next I'm adding in 1 teaspoon baking powder, a fat pinch or 1/4 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt, and with a spoon I'm lightly mixing the baking powder and the kapli wheat, just roughly mixing it together before blending it into the batter. And now with a spatula I'm mixing all this really well. Once it is nicely mixed, ideally I prefer to keep it in the refrigerator for at least 2 to 3 hours, or you can also keep it overnight in the refrigerator. So what this does is it will firm up the dough and that will help to give the cracked look to the cookies. I'm going to cover it and keep it in the refrigerator for about 2 to 3 hours. Just before baking, I have added some khandsari sugar into the chutney grinder and I'm grinding the sugar into a fine powder. Once the sugar is powdered, transfer it into a bowl. The cookie batter has been kept in the refrigerator for 2 hours now. So this is how it looks after 2 hours. With a tablespoon, I'm scooping the cookie batter and then I'm rolling it into a round ball. Place the cookie dough onto a baking tray lined with a parchment paper or a reusable baking mat, which is what I'm using today. While rolling the cookie dough, if it sticks to your hand, you can always grease your hand with wood pressed coconut oil. All the cookie doughs are now rolled into small balls. I'm taking each dough ball and coating it with the powdered khandsari sugar and place it back onto the baking mat. Repeat the same process with the rest of the cookie dough. And make sure that there is a little bit of gap between the cookie doughs so that when they bake and spread, the cookies will not touch each other. If you're making this for children, at this point you can definitely include them to make this super healthy Crinkle cookies. At this moment I have already preheated my oven to 180 degrees Celsius. I'm going to bake it in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Remember that oven temperature varies with oven, so please do keep an eye on the cookies after about 15 minutes. Once baked, allow it to cool in the pan itself. Once cooled down, you can transfer to an airtight glass container and it will stay good for a couple of weeks at room temperature. So guys, do try this healthy chocolate crinkle cookies and let me know how it turned out. Thank you for watching and until next time, take care. Bye-bye.